my
Are-
friends.
We are streaming. Can you verify that that same message?
It's a clicking and it's a clicking, and I see my face, and it says, if I wanted to end the live video, I can. Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin, Annie, and Eric. Look at Annie. She's literally, let's just start off with a couple things real quick. Eric, we know what day it is.
What day
Not
is it?
just kidding. I know. I don't know what day
All
it
right,
is.
it's a good one. All right, today is National Dog Day.
All right. All right. Dog day. I think Annie had some things going on with her pets. Uh, Special shout out and prayers to your pets out there. Pets are very expensive.
Yeah.
I had what you call it, what the meat guy over at Sprouts had a conversation with me. I know him. He was my next door neighbor at one point in time, and he says I had to drop $3,000 on my dog's back legs, the hind legs, which his tendons are his whatever you call pulled, because he's a young dog and he was wanting to like climb up this mountain or something, and it was a bunch of river rocks. But anyways, tore his ACLs. That's what they are, ACLs.
Oh,
$3,000. He goes, I'm so glad I pulled a loan, or no, I refinanced my home.
oh,
No, we adopted a rescue that we have right now about 3 or 4 years ago, and they forgot to tell us that she has a metal pull in her leg and a fake knee. And she was limping one day, and we took her in for X-rays, and like, oh yeah, that was replaced, and it was like a $5,000 or $6,000 replacement on this dog. We just couldn't believe it, and that I mean, it's just not cheap.
That definitely isn't cheap, and I was working with a couple of pet hospitals, and there is actual insurance for your dog. So if you guys ever get into a predicament or whatever, and you want to save the fur baby, make sure you just go down there and see what kind of like possibilities they have. I mean, it's a responsibility, everybody. So don't take the responsibility if you can't take the responsibility. Even though, back in the days on ranches, when, you had a lame dog or a limp animal of any sorts, they would basically, rid the dog or the animal off, because it just they couldn't help the animal at that point in time. So they would, you know, do what they have to do. So, with that being said, make sure you guys take care of your pets. So, good morning, Annie. Where are you at? Let's talk about this little deal in the background. It's so amazing.
good morning. I am at the Chino Valley 9/11 Memorial. And I went on the show last week with you guys, and I was across the street, and I didn't get a very good view of it from where I was at. So, again, I'm sitting on top of my car, and I have some information. San Martin, can you pull up the flyer for the community event on September 11th?
September 11th. Is this the one that you sent me in my inbox?
Yes, it has the concept design, the invitation. Oh, I can just read it.
Yeah, go
The,
ahead, and then I'll set it up at the same time.
okay. The community is cordially invited to attend a commemoration and prayer breakfast to honor those lost during the attacks on September 11th, 2001. The event will be held at the Chino Valley 9/11 Memorial, located directly off East Perkinsville Road and Santa Fe Trail on 9/11/2020, starting at 8 a.m. There will be a brief ceremony and prayer starting at 8:30. Hungry Badger Catering will be on site with breakfast available for purchase and profits going to the 9/11 Memorial Project. Brick pavers will also be available for purchase. For more information, contact Larry Holt, 805-462-1996. So this is an awesome project. This was just one. Larry Holt spearheaded this, and he came up with the design and with architectures, and the community has really come together to do the cleanup, the pavers. We already have the storyboard set, and this Saturday there's a cleanup request from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. here, starting early because it gets warm. All hands on deck, whoever's available. And I'm going to flip my screen and see if I can give you guys a good view. Here we go.
There we go. And September 11th is right around the corner. I know it still feels like summer, but we're talking 2 weeks now, right? Just about.
Yes, and it's let me flip around again. This Saturday is the last Saturday for the cleanup project here in Chino, so that's why I wanted to give a plug for that for sure. It's really amazing. I'm not sure if the concept design was brought up because I was reading, but it's really neat how it was just here, and you can find more about the statue, the beam, and the creation of the memorial project online, Chino Valley 9/11 Memorial on Facebook.
On Facebook,
On Facebook.
it was on Facebook. You guys know the stain, and that's the reason why we're on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Parlor, we go ahead and put some things out over there. Who is all on Parlor? Are you guys on Parlor? Eric, have you dabbled into it? Annie?
I am.
Barely have an Instagram. I don't know. I'm struggling with all these platforms. Like Twitter makes my brain explode. So I don't know if I can handle another one.
Twitter makes my brain explode. Some of the cool things about social media is that you're able to go ahead and reach out to a lot of people. A lot of people ask me, how do you do it? And some of the things that I don't do is feed into a lot of drama. Some people utilize it for a couple platforms, and we, as a good human being, use it as a platform to reach all of you all. So it brings me to saying, hey, thank you guys. And all those tap fans that are out there, I really do appreciate you. And I came up with the design for the top fan cards. So Annie, I know that you have some free giveaways for the Compass shooting range out in Chino Valley. We are going to help out one of you top fans right now. Anybody that wants to try it out or go check it out, just comment. That's all you got to do about the is it Compass? What is it called?
Compass Training Center AZ, and it is actually right behind me. I'm not sure if you guys can hear anything in the background, but it's for one free day on the range.
Yeah.
A whole free day.
And it's the Chino Range, for those people that don't know it by Compass. It is our only outdoor shooting range in the area now, since they closed the one out in the forest a few years ago. So, Annie, do you know off the top of your head what the distances they have out there? I know it's an on spot question. I'm not allowed to do these.
No, that's okay. That's
All
okay.
right.
I frequent the range quite a bit. I shoot handguns as a hobby to challenge myself. At any rate, they have everything from the pistol range to 100 yards, the long rifle range. They are working on a 200-yard range right now. It has been cleared by the fire marshal, so even in fire restrictions, you can come out, shoot safely, not worry about starting a fire out on Forest Service land or anywhere else where people go to shoot. And it's just great. There's great range safety officers. The management's awesome. Everyone's friendly, and they have Black Rifle coffee, which is amazing, especially if you want to start your day really quickly.
That's awesome.
So you are out there today. What is your plans?
Myself?
Yes.
I am gonna do this show with you guys, and then I'm gonna jump in my Yukon, and I'm gonna get to town hall, and I'm going to meet with the architectures and the police department to talk about the possibility of a new police building here in Chino Valley.
Ooh, the police are getting new equipment and a building. That's awesome. I like that. And you know what? That actually brings me to my next story. And I found this kind of cool to be like, wow, that's amazing. But it feels like the picture on the screen is like a little bit like, are we mad at them or are we upset that they're actually getting funded? But Prescott Valley to use CARES Act money on police. I don't know. Did you guys see this? It was released by, I think, the local courier. I hope we're allowed to share their stuff, but hey, here we are. So anyways, I think that's a good thing. I feel like a lot of places are defunding the police, and then here we are in Prescott Valley funding the police with the CARES money that was given to us by the government. So kudos to the
and hey, and I'm sure Annie wants to speak on it too. So the CARES money was actually earmarked for police and government and things like that. So everybody's CARES money is going towards the police. It's helping bulk up the general fund so that they can do other things. So 100% of the CARES money across the country is going to police and community projects, and so that was part of the requirement. So that's
Yeah.
I love that it's news, but Chino Valley's money is going to the police. Prescott money going to the police. I mean, that's just the way it was earmarked, which is freeing up other money in the budget.
Yeah, and you know the crazy parts about all the stuff that's happening, you know, in our world, in our community, in our country, is that there is a lot of chaotic things. But since we are kind of like dealing with our local municipalities as far as Prescott Valley, and Chino Valley, and our surrounding areas, we are blessed to have a community that we are all together and we actually work together. And it's amazing to see how that actually works with just the vibe that Prescott and Chino Valley and Prescott Valley have. You know, there is a different vibe from each little town because it is what it is, you know. But at the same time, you will always find, you know, people that are friendly. And I mean, even dealing with the police officer the other night, in the middle of the night, you know, just talk about it just a little bit, having like a race deal going on as far as you know, how they treat you. I walked up and obviously you know, I mean, sometimes I look a little bit you know, mean, but the officer was like, hey, how you doing? You know, like he wasn't like, hey, back up, get back in your car, you know, and started treating me like a criminal. And it was funny because I hate to say this part, but essentially like, hey, let me get out because you look a little bit unapproachable. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way, but it was funny. But you guys need to understand is that when you are in a different like zone in life, or even in your state or communities, there's some things that have to change, and some police officers have to adapt to their surroundings. And I hope that you guys are not falling into the narrative out there as far as, you know, racial tension, and also police against humans in general, or police against people of color. I really hope that we and the police officers and anybody around that are in leadership will help say that to many people, even share it online. Like, hey, in Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, we can actually live with each other without having to feel the effects of racial tension. So
Hey, San Martin, did you look at that Lucas device I sent you? Let's talk about good news.
yes, the good news is that the fire department ended up getting a actual a piece of equipment
I think
that
they got 18, right? They got a bunch of them, or 8. Am I wrong, Annie? I can't remember.
hopefully they don't have to use them all at one time. But it probably it's going to go into every one of the fire trucks. I would assume.
Yeah, that's what they said.
That's
So
amazing.
it's a respiratory device. So you clamp. It looks like an alien. You clamp on somebody, and it does its thing as far as a respiratory breathing apparatus, like a resuscitation, right? Is that the word?
I was I might have misread the article. I thought it was a CPR device that
I think
provided,
so.
or
Yeah,
does it do?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's an automated CPR device. I think is really it's high
It's a
level.
compression. It compresses the chest for you rather than doing the whole little movement. This actually does it for you. So they strap it on them, and it just does it as you're breathing air into their lungs. With
Well, you know, a lot of people when they get CPR, they get their ribs broken, and I think this is a way to prevent that.
Yeah, I think so, Eric. I mean, I seen this device, and it said, you know, people still with vulnerable, like, you know, areas like that, they will probably suffer something. But you know, it's either broken rib or death. I mean, and in some cases, it does happen. So unfortunately, accidents do happen, but at the same time, you know, they saved you.
Yeah,
But
it was a grant, so it's a good deal. So hopefully, more of the other communities can get some as well.
yeah, I really hope so. Speaking of community, the community channel goes down here shortly. I guess it's within like days. The community channel Prescott Media Center is dissolved indefinitely, and I'm kind of saddened because that channel did a lot for us. I mean, not saying that we didn't watch it, but it was a kind of an infomercial for the local municipalities and also local businesses, and also one of the biggest things is the Kiwanis auction. The Kiwanis auction gets aired on this channel, so they have to provide, you know, for certain things. What else gets aired on this channel is the everything that happens in Prescott, Arizona. So the parades, the soccer field, the shows, the Yavapai soccer, the Yavapai baseball. It actually airs all of that stuff. So without them being there,
So, Samantine, hasn't the Prescott Times replaced that kind of
yeah.
need? I mean, to be honest with you, I have not, I don't think I've ever had cable. I've had satellite through the years. I didn't even know we had a local cable access channel. I mean, I've been here for how many years?
30 years, man.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that there was a cable access channel here, right? And so the internet has kind of taken its place. And so while it's sad, I think there's better, cheaper, more efficient mediums to reach people now.
Yes, and that's kind of like brings it to the conclusion of, I emailed John Heine, and I said, hey, I want to know more about what's going on, what your guys' plans are. I would love to be involved. And so within the next few weeks, they put it on the table, is what they say. And so now they need to negotiate what is actually happening, because some equipment is going to something, some equipment is going to another location, and they needed to figure out where it was. And they're still going to be recording. They just need an outlet. And I felt like the outlet needed a little bit of help. I ain't going to lie. They needed a lot of help to get the word out. But man, they were here for 30 years, man. They had a home over there at the Armory in Prescott, right on Gurley Street. And I remember them being up there for when I was down there boxing at the Jake's Pal Boxing Club. And man, it was like I go up there and I look in and I'm like, ooh, that's cool. And then I actually joined their yearly membership, and with the yearly membership, you're able to take out video equipment and then actually go in there and edit your own videos. So it was a hidden gem that nobody knew about, but everybody's going to know about it now because they're closing, and everybody's like, oh, what did we miss? And then they're going to say what a great asset that was, and now it's gone. So guys, the era is moving on to digital information, and that's what Eric was trying to say, is that the Prescott Times could step right up and help out with getting this communication out to the masses. So a lot of cool things to look forward to. I can't wait.
Exciting. Well, hey, I've got a bunch of news briefs to hit real quick here.
Hit 'em.
So first, foremost, the library in Prescott opened yesterday. It's very they've got a lot of rules, so check their website, call before you just show up, because they've got distancing, they've got occupancy rules, they've got mask rules. So please check their website for updated rules. I think Annie was telling us the Chino Valley Library opened as well, same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's open with restrictions Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. Limit it to 10 people. Masks are requested. Staff will all be wearing masks. Everything will be disinfected. And there's a limit on the computer time of 30 minutes. So social distancing, etc. 1020 Palomino Road, if anyone's familiar with Chino Valley. It's right by the police station complex.
Cool. And I think the Prescott Library is closed Mondays and maybe Tuesdays still. So they went back to normal hours, which are still pretty reduced compared to what they used to be.
Well, and the Chino Valley Library is still hosting online story time on Facebook.
That needs posted. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing that since this whole shutdown.
Well, it's good. Last night was the last night of the Prescott Downtown Concert Series. So that wrapped up. So there's not one in the square this Thursday or Friday. So if you go down there, you're going to be enjoying the weather and not listening to music. But they're talking about restarting a concert series on September 15th. So we're waiting on the details on that. But the weather will still be great, and it's certainly exciting. I was shocked by the amount of people that were downtown on a Tuesday night for the concert last night. So still a really good turnout. So people really like it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. People really like those concerts.
Yeah, it's a needed thing. I mean, a lot of people are really honestly happy with it. And you know what's kind of crazy is like there's a lot of people who don't want to post about it. So I think that there's like a hidden comfort where everybody's like, yeah, let's not post about it because we don't want everybody to start tripping that we're actually having fun.
Yeah. And I think you did a what's it called, a watch party for it last night. So they are filming them. They are doing, so if you don't feel comfortable going out, that's fine, but check it out and support them online.
Hey, guess what equipment was recording that?
Was that
Prescott Media Center, baby?
Was it? Okay. Well, and then so last two items on my list here is, so did you guys hear Did the city council approve the height request from Banner for their new hospital yesterday? Because that was, I think, on the
Oh
website.
man, what are they trying to do? Build a tower?
They
We
are. They're wanting to build probably one of the biggest buildings we have. I think it's 3 or 4 stories.
Yeah, we're capped off at 3 stories, and
I think
to
they
be
might want four.
yeah, well, to be honest, there's actually 4 story buildings, and they've made it work. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, let's just face it. If you want to hide all of our beauty, then go to Phoenix. That's what Phoenix does. They got a
Right.
lot of land out there that could go ahead and build that. Hey, matter of fact, Chino Valley has a big old piece of that right there in that business field that we're going to be building in Chino. I'm telling you that there's opportunity everywhere, but let's just don't break the rules. But if you go downtown to that hotel, Eric, it looks like 4 stories. How did
Yeah.
they pass the freaking the limit? So
That's a good point. Yeah, I think it's because it was built way before those rules were in place.
no, the new one.
Oh, the new one. Oh, I was thinking Michael's. I don't know how many stories that St. Michael's is.
Yeah, well, it depends on what story that you want. There is also a basement floor, so I don't know. I mean,
Well, the biggest news is, so do you guys know the county's biggest employer is healthcare? And
yeah.
it's Yavapai Medical Regional Center. So it's funny because I looked it up when I was out of town a couple of weeks ago, because everybody thinks our industry is tourism, right? It's not. If you Google what is Prescott, Arizona's industry, it's healthcare.
It's retirement community.
Yeah, it's healthcare and social services. So I was really shocked to see that, because everybody has you believe that it's tourism, and that's not our industry. So big news is, so not only is it our biggest industry, but YRMC is the county's largest employer, which is the hospital system. Um, there was an announcement this morning that looks like they're calling it a an alignment agreement, but or an affiliate agreement, but it certainly looks like a purchase agreement. So it looks like that Dignity Health Center, which is a big system in Arizona, is going to buy YRMC, and most likely East and West. And so they will probably change their name, I'm guessing, and that's a big deal. A lot of people, paychecks are going to change to Dignity Health Systems.
That's kind of crazy because I remember there was like a little bit of a fight between Yavapai Regional and Banner, and now Banner's coming into the area. Yavapai's like, oh shoot, we might get ran over, but who knows, man? I like a little bit of like what's happening, but then again, you need good health care, and that's what our town needs. And you know what, Eric? Yeah, I think it's the biggest employer, but I think the tourism is the biggest tax. That the tourism is what brings the most
Yes,
taxes.
it brings in the most tax revenue, but it's not the biggest amount of money that goes around the county.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Well, I mean, some big things happening. That's kind of heartfelt because I'm from Yavapai Regional. I actually born there. I think after a certain year they stopped birthing children there.
Yes, and so in fact, everybody was really upset because now the birthing's all done at YRMC East, and so you've
Yep.
got all these locals that were born at West, and they can't have their kids there. They have them to go to East. It really upset a lot of people.
Yeah. So guys, there's some things that you need to know that maybe they'll bring it back to downtown Prescott, and then it will just be a dignitary or dignity or whatever.
Dignity Health, yep.
Still stay Yavapai Regional. Who knows,
But
guys?
I have to say, San Martin, the hospital, the birthing center, the whole thing in Prescott Valley, it's awesome. It's like top of the line, like it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could actually hear the speaker in the background when a baby is born. It would start doing that lullaby.
Mhm.
That's so funny. I love the stuff that they do for people, which is awesome. We need, good health care, and I hope that it actually brings, exactly what we all need. Yavapai Regional has definitely been good to my father and his needs, and bills. Those things pile up when it becomes to healthcare, and so. Of course, I'm not really against it, but I heard a couple cool things that have happened as far as healthcare and now medication, and that's a big deal. So I think that it's going to be a game changer. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, everybody steps in and just decides to go ahead and take care of the people, because that's what we really do. We need good healthcare. A lot of people don't go to the doctor because they feel like there will be entrusted with them for the rest of their lives as far as like healthcare. It'd be like the dog that just tore his tendons $3,000 later, man. You're just like, I should have just cut my legs off.
Yeah. Yeah.
bought some, bought a wheelchair. I wonder if that would have been cheaper for me. I hate that stuff.
It's crazy. So, hey, so as we wrap up, we've got a few minutes left. And in your post, and Annie, I think wants to talk about it. I think you do too. The suicide prevention stuff had a lot of views yesterday. And that's certainly something to talk about in the area. The resources, I know San Martin's going way out of his way to post these and get them out there and trying to do what he can do. I mean, do you guys have any other things you want to talk about with that? Because that seems like a huge topic right now.
Yeah, it definitely is a topic on me. And, to cap off what happened yesterday, I didn't get a call back from Jaden. So I'm going to reach out today and I'm going to actually talk about what we could actually do for him in general. But, Annie, she came up with a bunch of resources and I feel like Annie actually posted what what was out there for a lot of the community members. And, we want to advocate. So if anybody's out there that's doing something for the community, let me know, let us know. And let me get down to the actual post itself. Annie, tell us what actually you came up with. Oh, here we go. Boom, I found it. Let me go ahead and just show you guys as Annie is talking.
Well, I am so, I don't know if the word is grateful, but that post had over 11,000 views. So if one of those people, if it helped one of those people or a family member, I think that was important and very worthy. Suicide is horrible. It can be prevented. I have a couple of quick notes here. Bear with me. Hang tight. These are just the text to talk numbers. They're not the 1-800 numbers that are posted on the Prescott Times page. Crisis text line 24/7. All you do is text talk to 741-741. And I got one more. The Boys Town National Hotline, which is not just for boys. Text voice to 20121. So that might be, more applicable to teens. I actually talked to my son about it yesterday, about the benefits of being able to text and not have to call and not have the authorities involved. If you just need someone to talk to when you're in that moment, when you feel that despair, just to know that someone is listening could be all they need. So please check out those resources. Use them if needed. And always, if it's imminent danger, just call 911.
Right on. See, that's what we need right there is everybody to understand that there's something out there for everybody. Just don't think that you're alone. And as the post has said in the picture is that you are not alone. So we're going to repost it and actually we're going to boost this post so everybody can see it. So I really do appreciate you, Annie, for finding all those resources for the people. And it definitely is one of those heartfelt moments. And with that being said, today is a day to actually really honestly feel positive because you woke up, you're here, you're listening to this, and if you are listening to this, you are a chosen one. People love people. People love you. Don't worry, people love you. Even if you don't feel love today, Annie or Eric, I love you. I'm gonna let you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, San Martin, are you gonna do anything for your top fans today?
The top fans today.
Did anybody comment?
I'm not doing anything for top fans today. You want to know why?
Nobody commented.
So
what about Graham?
The Graham or nobody did it either. Annie, see, we're failing. I will get on this morning. Everybody is going to be having an opportunity of a lifetime, and so this is what's going to happen.
I don't know, like opportunity of a lifetime yesterday. Those cookies from Shelly's sisters, man, they were pretty good. Unfortunately, there's not much left, but there was an opportunity of a lifetime to skip the diet.
That is so funny. He's like, I had them, but you can't have them, but you can find them. I know you can. Go to Shelly Sisters. So, with that being said, I am done with the day. We got some things to do, and it's what, Tuesday?
It's
Taco.
Wednesday.
Oh, dang it. Actually, you know what? I did have tacos last night for Ceci's birthday. Special shout out to Suzette. Happy birthday. And, they like doing theme parties. So last night's theme party was a Spanish theme. So we had the Spanish music playing, we had the tacos, and it was like a taco space out there in Prescott Valley that I have no clue what it was, but it was bomb. And yeah, special shout out. Happy birthday. And I'm out of
Sounds
here, guys.
about.
Danny, don't blow away out there in the middle of nowhere. Because I mean, seriously, there's a statue in the middle of nowhere.
It's actually not in the middle of nowhere. It's about 2.5 miles from the highway. There's just a lot of vacant land around me. And if you've noticed, I've been waving at all the trucks driving by and the cars coming into the range. So, not in the middle of nowhere, just a lot of vacant land waiting to be used.
Nice, I love that. And they said it was Taqueria Omar in PV. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa commented. So you know what? That could go to Lisa. But I don't think she shoots guns.
Never a bad time to start.
There you go.
Never a
All
bad
right,
time.
guys, we are past that time. So, San Martin, take us out.
All right, guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Make sure you go ahead and follow us. And you know what it all comes down to, Annie? What does it come down to?
Love always wins.
Let's do it, guys. Thank